first comment was clearly anti-Semitic, and although she apologized, I think that her apology was lacking in many ways. Her second comment about AIPAC was just, when it comes down to it, lobbying like political officials happens on all sides of the political spectrum. It's a part of American politics. That's how it works. There's nobody being a bot. Like, you're not buying people's opinions. That's not how lobbying works. Listen, people support Israel based on Israel's merits. To assume that the only reason people would support it is because of money is just to be ignorant of the fact on the ground.
But when I actually went beyond the soundbite and I went back and I listened to Ilhan Omar's remarks at Busboys and Poets in D.C., I realized what she said really, in context, had nothing to do with the anti-Semitic trope of dual loyalty and had everything to do with the very real pressure that special interest lobbies like AIPAC, as well as Christians United for Israel, put on members of Congress, and the pressure that they feel to toe the line and to be loyal to the Netanyahu government and to Zionist pro-Israel lobby groups. And especially given that in these very same remarks, she called out other special interest groups like the fossil fuel industry, as well as the NRA. I think there's certainly nothing anti-Semitic about her criticism of AIPAC. And I mean, me as an American Jew who supports Palestinian human rights, I totally stand by Ilhan Omar.
I think that if she's talking about Israeli policy, that's fine and within her rights and her opinion. But when she's voicing her opinion about a group of people, such as the Jewish Americans, and saying they have loyalty to both, I think that's a problem. And I think that the platform that she's on, I think that could lead to anti-Semitism. And I think if David Duke is agreeing with her tweets, that's a problem.
I think we should always be skeptical when mostly white Christian conservatives and moderate Democrats are feigning righteous indignation about anti-Semitism. Where was a resolution condemning anti-Semitism after the Tree of Life shooting, the worst anti-Semitic violence in the history of the United States? Where was it before that, when they were peddling right-wing conspiracy theories about George Soros that inspired people like the perpetrator of that violence, right?
This was about Jewish people, and this was about Ilhan Omar's anti-Semitism, and essentially by also condemning Islamophobia and white supremacy and other forms along with anti-Semitism is the equivalent of going to a Black Lives Matter rally and screaming all lives matter, which is taking away from the emphasis of what is supposed to be being discussed.
Like Elizabeth Warren, Camilla Harris, like both of them, they brought in other people's stuff, like oppression. Like, that should not be something that's brought up. We can just call out anti-Semitism. What's people's reluctance to call out anti-Semitism? Why is it so hard for people to do?